jump up. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kikopup's dog training tip of the day for today. If you're working on position changes and you want to create some distance from your dog, but when you ask them to stand up, they move forward, one thing you can do is use a bed or a couch to initially train this behavior. You can also use the edge of a carpet when there's like hardwood floor, so there's really that tactile and visual difference about where the dog is supposed to be. So you're going to be reinforcing the dog using a platform, a couch, or a different surface that's going to help them. I suggest using a non-slip surface, so have the dog on the carpet, not the slippery floor. If you had a border collie that likes cool wet grass, have them on the cool wet grass instead of the dirt or the tarmac as the difference. And then if you had a sun-loving little chihuahua that doesn't like grass, you could have the dog on the cement before the park's green grass. So you're choosing something they find preferable to stay on. Okay, hello. I'm sorry I made you wait. So I have these treats here, enough to do a little mini training session in my hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower him into the standing position and mark. Good. So he's kind of sitting. So I'm going to make sure that he's standing next time. Down. And I want to make sure his back legs aren't slipping out from under him because he's got very short back legs. Get it? So I'm just cueing him to get the treat. And I'm going to wait for him to stand up properly. So I'm going to throw the treat away. It could be that he's in this little groove here that he's not standing up very nicely. There we go. Good. That's a nice stand, isn't it? So I call the standing behavior up. So I'm going to say down. Good. And because I've highly reinforced and trained down, I'm not going to give any treats for it for the moment. And I've got a little treat here. Good job. In between my fingers, like that. In between my first and second finger. And I'm going to do the hand signal, which I want for stand, which is like that. And say, get it. Good. Good. And then for down, my hand signal is like that. Good job. And I'm going to give treats variably in the different positions. If you only give one treat in a down, one treat in the stand, after you give the treat in the stand, the dog's going to anticipate what's coming next, and they most likely will lay down again. So once I've got him in the stand, I'm going to make sure to reinforce him with multiple treats. So I'm going to put the treat between my fingers again and lower him up like that. That looks really pretty. He didn't move his feet. And then lower him back into the down position. Awesome. And now I'm going to do it without any treat between my finger and say, up. Good. And he's sat. He's kind of sat on his back legs. So I'm going to give him the treat because he tried, but you can see he struggles a little bit with his back feet that aren't very well made, poor little man. So I'm going to get him back in the down. And another thing I can do is rearrange him so he'll be more likely to stand up nicely by luring the treat forward like that. I can also make sure to tuck his little leg in if your dog is comfortable with being touched, because if they have really floppy back legs, that's really going to help them stand up. Did you see that? Where he had kind of kicked his left leg out to the side. By putting it where it should go, it helped him to stand up like that. Good job. Good. Down. Good. Up. Awesome. Good boy. And he said, I'll take a few steps while I stand up. So if you don't want your dog to take steps, you should sit right in front of them. He took steps he kind of turned to face me. You want to stand right in front of them like this, or have the treats in a bowl that you then deliver to the dog so that they're orienting perfectly forward. That's another reason why he's flipped his hip like that, is because I'm sitting over here. Get it? Good job. So basically, I'm turning the cue of holding a treat like this and asking him to get it out here into a hand signal with a treat here that he then gets it, and then no treat between my finger so that he stands up. And then when he's reliably standing up like this, I'm then going to say up before I do the hand signal, because I want the verbal cue to function as a cue for him as well as the hand signal, but without having to do the hand signal. And then I'm going to add distance So I'm going to get further and further away from him doing the hand signal. And you can see, because if he's eating the treat out of the finger and then no treat, if the hand moves away, he might think, oh, I need to be near the hand. So if the dog wasn't on a different surface, they just kind of walk towards your hand. Some dogs, as you're training this, if you're not very fast with your marker before they take a step forward, and you can easily build distance away from the dog while asking for positions. Hey, little man. Now I've run out of his treats, and a lot of people ask me, how do you train little dogs without making them fat? And the answer is you make sure to not overfeed them treats or food. You want to make sure you're keeping track of the calories they take in. So I measure out how many treats he gets, and then I stay true to that. So maybe if I was doing a training session where he's super, super enthusiastic, I might use more treats and then just make sure to feed less dinner. Hey, little man, he really loves massage. He's just the sweetest little boy. He could easily be like a therapy dog. I'm thinking of doing it, but I'm so busy. But he would be perfect. I've already, used him to make people and other dogs feel better. So, so he does his own little therapy work. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support my work, don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment, as it's highly reinforcing for me. You can also subscribe so that you'll see the next upcoming Kikopup dog training tips of the day. See you later.